IlluminatedMarketing.com.
Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth episode of the $150 per day Google AdSense method. In this specific episode, we are going to be talking about a lot of important things. So this is going to be very much information packed. You have to pay very close attention. And if you by any chance missed out the previous episodes, there is a link available on top of this video on the left hand side of your screen. Go click on that and you will be taken to the previous step. And from there, you can check out the other steps as well. So let's begin with this one. First of all, I'm going to discuss how to find the news items that you're going to be posting on LinkedIn groups. For that, you have to first take a look at the kind of news items that I'm talking about. Obviously, I shared an example in a video earlier, but here we have a live example. Take a look at this one. This guy here is standing in a career show and he is holding a large resume, a life-size resume, and look at the number of likes and the number of comments that this specific post has. 4,600 likes and 210 comments. So this is the kind of crazy stuff that you need to post in the LinkedIn groups. Because if you post crazy new stuff, people would not be able to ignore that stuff. They are going to check out your links and they're going to come to your website, and from there they are going to be redirected to your job postings that would be available on your subdomain. So you have to post some crazy news items. Now the question is, from where do you get such crazy stuff? Let us say, for instance, you are a member of aviation groups or maybe nursing groups or whatever kind of groups. You can go to google.com and you can start looking for different news items. That would be one way of doing it. Or you can set up Google Alerts, and every time there's a news floating around on the web, you would be alerted by Google Alerts, and you can go check that out and take that text and you can put that into your LinkedIn groups. But there's an easy way to do this. You can simply create your own news items. You don't have to find real news items. You see, the very purpose of you creating your fresh LinkedIn account and doing all of this stuff, joining the groups and posting news items, is because you want to make money. You are not here to socialize with people in LinkedIn groups, right? So you have to post news items that really pop out. For that, if you find great news items, fantastic. If you cannot find stuff, the easy way to do it is to simply create your own news items. I'll again go back to the example I shared in a video earlier. A commercial pilot was shot dead inside the cockpit by the cabin crew. Really, does that really happen? Who shoots a pilot inside the cockpit? No, that doesn't happen. But if you post such an item in aviation groups, people would not be able to ignore that item. They are going to click on that link and then come to your website, and then you are going to be making money. So if you can find news items on Google, great. If you cannot find news items on Google, create your own crazy news items. Be creative. Go wild. All right? Create news items and then remember to leave behind a link back to your website. Do not put the entire news item on the LinkedIn group page. Create a snippet of text, put maybe 1 or 2 lines in there, and then leave a link to your website so that people can come to your website. That's the whole purpose here. So that's the first step. The next step is to post that same news item inside your website so that people can come and check that same news item, and then there's going to be a button that they can click on and go to your job postings page. Let me show you with a picture. Let's say, for instance, this is your website, okay? If you are into aviation groups, I have put something similar in here. There's an airplane flying and it looks like this news item is related to the aviation industry. But the news is not our goal. You can put in a small snippet of text talking about the news item right in this area, and then you have to put a big button in here that says job offers, or maybe job offers related to aviation industry, aviation job offers, we are hiring, something like that. A big button that should pop out. You want people to click on that button. But remember one thing, you don't want to place this button too close to the header area, because when LinkedIn is creating a preview of your post inside the LinkedIn posts area in the LinkedIn groups, if you have your job offers button too close to the header area, then that job offers button is going to appear in the preview area and LinkedIn is going to stop allowing you to post in their groups. You get my point? You don't want this job offers button to appear in the preview section. So place it a little lower, preferably near the fold, and preferably after you have written the whole story that you have posted on LinkedIn. Okay? Very simple. Write a paragraph about the news item that you posted in your LinkedIn group and then place the button. And that button is going to link out to your subdomain that has all the job posts and the advertisements. Very, very simple. So those are the 2 steps taken care of: how to find news items, how to post that in your LinkedIn groups, and also how to post that same news item in your website and also add the job offers button. Now we are going to be talking about where to find the job offers, and we're going to be talking about how to set up the subdomain name. Very simple solution. You just have to go to Indeed.com. Okay, here I am on Indeed.com, and I just typed in here aviation. You don't have to mention a location, but if you want, you could mention a specific city or a specific area. That's totally dependent on you. But I have not typed in any location here. The moment you put in aviation here, and this is just an example. Let's say, for instance, you are a member of aviation groups. In that case, if you type in here aviation, all the aviation jobs are going to pop out. All you have to do is, inside your subdomain, create a WordPress page. Okay, listen very carefully. Create a WordPress page, and then inside that page, simply take these snippets of text and paste them in there. Very, very simple. You don't have to write very elaborate posts. That's not our purpose here. We are going to be writing very short posts, and at the end of the day, you want small snippets of text appearing as job postings. Very simple. You just put in the header area. For example, in this case, flight follower dispatcher. The area is Mather CA, and then aviation experience needed, and flight followers report to the shuttle operations manager. As simple as that. And then you have to put in a small button in there which people can click on, and they can send out their resumes. Now, if you want, you can actually open this job posting, and you can take the Indeed URL and you can post that on your website so that people can come to Indeed.com and then they can post it. But if you do that, people would be leaving your website and the whole purpose of this thing will be lost. So you don't want to do that. Simply take as much information as you can from Indeed.com and post that on your website, and preferably put some kind of an email address or a phone number that people can use to get in touch with the actual company that is hiring people. Okay? For example, in this case, what I would do is I would simply put in this chunk of text there. Obviously, you have to rewrite this because this is an Adsense website, so you cannot just copy the text. Flight follower, and then GMJ, air shuttle, Mather CA, aviation experience preferred, and then I am just going to put in contact, blah 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 phone number, or blah 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 email address. Very simple. You don't want people to leave your website. And after you have done this, maybe create around 10 or 15 different job posts. Keep it that way. You don't have to come and update your job posts every day. You don't want to do that. That would be very time consuming. You just want people to keep coming to your website, and they would be interested in the advertisements. In order to trigger the advertisements, you have to have some text. And this text, these job posts are going to trigger those advertisements. Let me show you an example. Now, this is an example from a different segment altogether. This example is actually from another course of mine that is available on udemy.com. But I wanted to show you what I mean by snippets of text. Let's say, for instance, you're posting job posts, okay? So, doctor name, specialty, address of clinic, pin code, and contact. This area is actually going to be your job post. A very small snippet of text. And then again, some space, then again, another small snippet of text, which is going to be another job post. Same thing here, and so on and so forth. 10 or 15 different job posts is all you require to pull up all the advertisements, to trigger the advertisements, and most of your website is going to be covered in advertisements, okay? Now, don't worry, this is not against AdSense TOS. You are offering quality content here. You are offering people job posts that really exist. You are going to be taking that stuff from Indeed.com, and you're going to be putting this stuff on your website. The format is going to be like this, okay? Small snippets of text, some white space, and then another small snippet of text, some white space, so on and so forth. Create a single column, and then when I show you the trick related to AdSense, you would understand why I want you guys to simply create small snippets of text and not huge chunks of paragraphs, okay? So that's how you do it. This is going to be your format. Now we are going to be talking about how to use the AdSense trick. I've been telling you guys that you are going to be using a special AdSense trick, and now I am about to show you that AdSense trick. First of all, I am going to go to my AdSense panel. Here you would see when you click on create new advertisement, there are a lot of different sizes available, all right? For our purposes, we are going to be using this one, 300 by 600. Create an advertisement of the size of 300 by 600. Okay, do that, take the code, and then go back to your website. Now here I have installed the UltraClick theme. It's available on my website for the purposes of demonstration. Don't worry, you are going to be getting this theme for free, and I would be talking about that in a moment. But let me show you how this works first. Once you have installed the UltraClick theme on your subdomain, you just have to click on the UltraClick menu, and it's going to pull up a lot of different options. Now remember, you have the 300 by 600 ad code available with you, right? You are now going to be using it. There is general site options and there is Adsense options. General site options, well, it talks about the layout, okay? You can choose any layout you want. There are like 4 or 5 different layouts. Simply click on the radio button and your website would have that specific layout. But we are going to be creating something interesting in the Adsense area. So go to Adsense options. And here you would see there are a lot of different boxes for putting in your AdSense codes. What we are going to be doing here is we are going to find the box that says 336 by 280. This is supposed to be a rectangular piece of advertisement, but we are going to paste our 300 by 600 vertical advertisement code in here. Okay, find the box that says 336 by 280 and paste your vertical advertisement code in here. I'll let you know in a while why I want you to do this. Now, after you have pasted your code in here, simply scroll down and you will see one area that says Add Layouts. In the Add Layouts area, there are a lot of different checkboxes and a lot of different options. This area specifically allows you to rotate your advertisements on your website so that you don't have the problem of advertisement blindness. Advertisement blindness is a big problem with AdSense. People go through your content, but they don't click on your ads. But this layout thingy is going to solve that problem. What we are going to do is, we are going to simply select these 2 boxes. Check these 2 boxes, this one here and this one here. Now, I'll explain why I want you to do that. Here you can see this green first box and this green second box. Now, these are supposed to be the rectangular advertisements. Now, remember, we replaced these rectangular advertisements with our vertical advertisements codes. So now what's going to happen is your website would have a long piece of advertisement and then again another long piece of advertisement right below the first one. 2 long pieces of advertisements stacked one above the other. That way your entire website would have a very long piece of continuous advertisement, and you would have the opportunity of putting in small snippets of text, which are going to be essentially job posts, right beside the advertisements. What happens is when people scroll down to the bottom of your website to look for other job openings, there would still be some advertisements beside your content, and that is what is going to increase your CTR to up to 30 or maybe even 32%. The highest I have been able to achieve is 32.3% using this trick. Okay, this is not against AdSense TOS because you are not placing more advertisements. You are simply playing around with the advertisement sizes. And so far I have seen that this is the only theme that allows you to do this. Obviously you can use plugins. There are a lot of WordPress plugins that allow you to do this, but with WordPress plugins you would not be able to align the advertisements and you would not be able to rotate them properly. This theme works seamlessly. Your advertisements are sometimes going to appear on the left hand side of your content and sometimes on the right hand side of your content. Let me go back to the picture and let me show you. Here you can see that this is one piece of ad and this is another piece of ad. Now these are actually rectangular ads, but these rectangular ads are going to be longer and every single ad code is going to be a combination of these 2 pieces because you are using the vertical piece of ad. So if you do that, this total area from top to bottom is going to be one piece of ad, and then there's going to be another piece of ad. Okay, so your entire website is going to be covered from top to bottom with a huge column of advertisement. Okay, that is going to increase your CTR rate. And since you have enabled advertisement rotation by checking these 2 boxes, your advertisements are sometimes going to appear on the right hand side of your content. This is the content area, and your advertisements are sometimes going to be appearing in the right hand side, and sometimes they're going to be appearing on the left hand side. So your traffic would not be able to overlook the advertisements. They're going to be clicking on your advertisements and you are going to be making a lot of money. Now to take it to the next level, you can also put a long piece of advertisement, that same 300 by 600 code, in the sidebar area here. You simply have to go to your widgets area inside WordPress. Let me show you. Here is widgets. You go to widgets and simply take that piece of code and place that in the sidebar, and then you would have something similar to this one. Okay, so there's content in this website. You cannot say there's no content, but there are a lot of advertisements, and in this trick you are simply playing around with the ad sizes. There is nothing going on against AdSense TOS. So don't worry, you don't have to worry about Google coming after you and telling you, hey, you are doing this and this is wrong. Because I have been doing this for several years. My AdSense account is very, very old, and so far there has not been any problem. At one point I thought that, hey, my CTR is so high, I need to get in touch with Google guys and let them review my website, because I was feeling very inconfident. So I actually went ahead and I actually wanted them to review my website. They looked at my website and then they were happy with it. So I can tell you, this method works really well. You don't have to worry about a Google ban or something like that. I know a lot of internet marketing forums and other places talk about this trash, but that really does not happen unless and until you are really clicking on your advertisements, or you are placing your advertisements on redirect pages or doing some shady stuff. Your AdSense account is going to be safe. Okay, this method that I told you here is going to be absolutely safe. So that is the trick that I was talking about. Now we are going to go and see another trick. I promised you one trick, but I'm going to be showing you another trick. The next trick is about using CJ.com. CJ.com is an affiliate marketplace. It's a very well-known affiliate marketplace. Commission Junction, as they call it. You have to create an account here. It's free to create an account. And after creating an account, you are going to be taking job advertisements from CJ.com and you are going to be placing them on your website. That is going to make you some additional money. Let me show you how this is done. In the advertiser section, you simply type in job, and for example, this one, Snag a Job, is very good. They pay close to $1 for every free resume submit. So what you're going to be doing here is you are going to take this and you are going to get the links for Snag a Job or any other affiliate program that they have on CJ.com, and you are going to take this link from here, go back to your website and post a button. All right, it's very, very simple. After you have put in that small snippet of text that talks about what the job is and where the location is from Indeed.com, you paste that on your website, and after you have put that on your website, you're going to include a small link or maybe a small button in the white space that has this link from CJ.com. What happens is people would think that, hey, this is the button that we have to click to apply for this job. So they submit their resume, and every time a resume is submitted, you are going to make anywhere between $1 and $6. Very, very simple. So this is going to make additional money for you. And trust me, I have seen that in many cases, it makes you close to around $30, $35, sometimes even $50 on good days. So this is really going to be an additional income for you. It's very, very simple. So that's how this whole process works. Now, I know I have given out a lot of information in this tutorial, and it could be a bit difficult to grasp. But if you watch the previous videos as well, and then you come back and watch this video, it's going to be easier on you. So that's how this system has to be set up, and that's how you implement this system. Now, the biggest question of all, you need the Ultra Click theme, right? Without that, you're not going to be using this advertisement rotation feature, and you would not be able to use the AdSense trick that I showed you. How do you get this? Well, I'll be very frank with you. I have an audiobook coming up, and it has been processed, but we are doing some paperwork because there are some free software and themes that I have included in my audiobook, and there's some paperwork going on regarding the distribution rights and all. And we are talking with Amazon. I think it's not going to take more than a few days, probably less than a week, before we have this thing wrapped up. And once I have this thing wrapped up, I would be able to give this audiobook to you for absolutely free, and also a lot of different themes, plugins, and paid software. The paid software that I am giving is worth a few $100s. You are getting this for absolutely free. And the audiobook in itself has 5 different secret methods that I personally use to make money. All right. There's an AdSense method, there's a writing method, there's an SEO method, and there's a black hat method. So I am going to be giving that audiobook along with all the free software to you, but I am in the middle of some paperwork. It's going to take maybe a few days, 3 or 4 days, or maybe even a week. And the moment I have this figured out, I have this with me, I am going to put an update here, and I'm going to put a new video here so that I can tell you guys that, hey, it's available, you can download it for free and you can start using it. For that, all you have to do is you have to subscribe to my channel, because if you don't subscribe to my channel, I won't be able to let you guys know that this theme is available for free, the software and this book is also available for free now. So subscribe to my channel, and I would be able to let you know in probably less than a week's time that, hey, this is available, and simply download everything for absolutely free and enjoy all the good stuff for really free. Let me tell you, the book in itself is very, very good. The 5 secret methods, they are really fantastic. And yes, there's no email marketing involved. You simply don't have to pay anything to implement all the 5 methods that I have included in my book. So I am going to be giving you all that premium stuff for absolutely free, and the book also includes all the paid software, and I have rights to those software so you can download them for absolutely free. But give me a few days and I would be posting a video here. For now, just go and set up the system as I have shown you. Leave out the subdomain part where you're going to be using the UltraClick theme. So leave that out, set up the rest of the system, and in the meantime, I would be having everything available for you. But remember to subscribe, because if you subscribe to this channel, you are going to be getting an update and you would be able to download all the stuff for free. That's it, folks. I'll see you in my next video with the update, and happy money earning.